For less than $2, you can make a liquid at home that takes wood that looks like this, gray, cracked, dead, and brings it back to the way it looked the day it was installed. Not paint, not stain, not a surface coating that peels off in 2 years. Something that goes inside the wood and rebuilds it from within. A single application on a rotting fence can make your neighbors stop and ask when you replace the boards. One pass across a worn deck can save you a contractor bill that runs anywhere from $800 to $2,000. Furniture people were about to throw away becomes something they can't believe they almost lost. And here's what makes this extraordinary. This formula is over 100 years old. Craftsmen in the 1930s used it. Cabinet makers passed it down like a family secret. Then the wood restoration industry figured out what would happen if homeowners learned about it, and it quietly disappeared from hardware store shelves. Not because it stopped working, because it worked too well. This is that formula. The history they buried. In 1860, a British inventor named Frederick Walton left a can of linseed oil open in his London workshop overnight. By morning, a film had formed on the surface, harder than most varnishes, more flexible than lacquer. He spent 3 years studying what had happened. By 1863, he had invented linoleum, the first mass-produced floor covering in history, built almost entirely on one ingredient: linseed oil pressed from flax seeds. But the real history of this oil goes much further back. Flax is one of the oldest cultivated plants on Earth. Ancient Chinese woodworkers discovered that pressing flax seeds produced a golden oil that soaked into wood and hardened into a protective barrier over weeks. This was one of the earliest recorded wood finishes in human history. No factory chemicals, no synthetic polymers. Just an oil pressed from a seed and rubbed on a wood with a cloth. For centuries, this was the foundation of the craft. Medieval builders mixed linseed oil with drying compounds to create a boiled version that hardened faster. German cathedral doors treated with it in the 1400s still stand today. British ships coated their decks with linseed oil before crossing the Atlantic, and the wood held up against salt water, tropical sun, and years of brutal conditions. Then the 1950s arrived. The petrochemical industry introduced synthetic resins. Polyurethane, lacquer, chemical varnish. These products were faster to apply, shinier, and far cheaper to manufacture. And, critically, they needed to be reapplied every 2 to 3 years. Linseed oil, properly applied, lasts for decades and can be refreshed with a light maintenance coat. Polyurethane, once it cracks, must be stripped and reapplied entirely. The industry didn't shift to synthetic finishes because they were better. It shifted because they generated recurring revenue. And an ancient formula that costs pennies cannot compete with a product on a shelf that needs replacing every season. So it disappeared. One generation at a time, the knowledge stopped being passed down, and a $2 trillion industry grew in the space it left behind. The science. Why this actually works. Before we get to the recipe, you need to understand why this works. Because once you see the science, you'll understand why synthetic products were never really better, just more profitable. Linseed oil is a triglyceride with an unusually high concentration of alpha-linolenic acid, a polyunsaturated fatty acid that reacts with oxygen through a process called oxidative polymerization. When you rub linseed oil onto wood, it doesn't sit on the surface like paint. It penetrates into the cellular structure of the wood itself. Once inside, the fatty acid chains begin to cross-link with each other, forming a flexible polymer network that fills every pore in the wood fiber. This creates a new material within the wood, a natural resin that expands and contracts with temperature, repels moisture, and resists scratching. Compare that to polyurethane. Polyurethane sits on the surface as a plastic film. One crack in that film, and moisture gets underneath. Then it begins to peel, blister, and lift, which is exactly why so many decks treated with synthetic finishes go gray and start flaking after just a few seasons. Linseed oil doesn't crack, because it's inside the wood, not on top of it. Now add white vinegar to the mixture. Vinegar is acetic acid, a natural solvent that cuts through decades of dirt, oxidized finish, and gray surface buildup without touching the healthy wood underneath. As the vinegar strips the dead layer away, the linseed oil floods the newly exposed grain and begins to polymerize immediately. The surface stops behaving like dry, dead fiber and starts behaving like living wood again. The third ingredient is the key that unlocks everything: turpentine. Turpentine is a natural solvent distilled from pine resin. It thins the linseed oil just enough to allow it to penetrate far deeper into the grain and to cure dramatically faster. Without turpentine, the oil can take weeks to harden and may feel sticky on the surface. With turpentine, it absorbs in minutes and begins to harden within hours. 3 ingredients, each one doing a specific, irreplaceable job. And the total cost of all 3, divided by application, is under $2. The industry doesn't want you to know this. A deck restoration on a standard-sized surface can cost between $800 and $2,000 in contractor fees. Labor alone for a 3-day job often runs $1,000 to $2,500. A single piece of antique furniture in a professional restoration shop can cost $500 to $1,500 to refinish. A batch of this formula made in a mason jar covers nearly 30 square feet of surface and costs less than $2 in materials. Here's why the industry can't stop this information. You cannot patent linseed oil. It's a natural product that has existed for thousands of years. You cannot patent vinegar. Acetic acid is one of the oldest known substances on Earth. You cannot patent turpentine. It has been distilled from pine since ancient Greece. No patents means no exclusive distribution. No exclusive distribution means no brand monopoly. And without a brand monopoly, there's no profit motive to keep the formula in front of consumers. So, instead, you see something very specific happen. Search online for how to restore aged wood, and the first page fills with paid ads from restoration brands and sponsored content from home improvement companies. The algorithm, shaped by advertising dollars, pushes the $2 solution further and further down. On home renovation television shows, hosts recommend the latest branded wood treatment. They never mention that the active chemistry in that $60 bottle costs less than $1 to replicate, with 3 ingredients from the paint aisle. The wood restoration product market was valued at nearly $2 trillion in 2024, dominated by corporations like Sherwin-Williams, 3M, and Howard Products. Their message is always the same: don't try it yourself. Trust the professionals. Buy our brand. What they're selling you is often linseed oil chemistry with additives and a logo at 10 to 50 times the cost of the raw material. That's not innovation. That's a business model built on keeping you in the dark. The recipe: 3 ingredients, equal parts. That's it. Boiled linseed oil. The label must say boiled, not raw. Boiled linseed oil contains drying agents that accelerate hardening to 24 to 48 hours instead of weeks. Distilled white vinegar. Standard grocery store vinegar works perfectly. Turpentine, also labeled as spirits of turpentine. Find it in the paint aisle of any hardware store. Combine equal parts of all 3 in a glass jar with a lid. Shake for about 30 seconds. You'll see it turn into a cloudy, golden liquid. That's your formula. Before you apply it, one critical safety warning: rags soaked in linseed oil can spontaneously combust if left crumpled in a pile. This is not a minor detail. After use, spread rags flat outdoors to dry completely, or submerge them in water in a sealed metal container. Never leave them bunched up indoors. This rule is not optional. How to apply it? Step 1. Sweep or brush the wood surface to remove dust and loose debris. No sanding needed. No power washer. No chemical stripper for a first application. Step 2. Dip a clean cotton cloth into the mixture and apply it following the direction of the grain, working in sections about 2 feet wide so the liquid doesn't pool before you spread it. Step 3. Let the first coat penetrate for 10 to 15 minutes. Then wipe away any excess with a dry cloth. Step 4. Wait 24 hours, then apply a second coat the same way. The second coat deepens the color and reinforces the protective barrier inside the fiber. If you're working on a deck, start with the most damaged board. Within minutes of the first coat, The gray surface will begin to lift. The grain will reappear. The color will return. The transformation on a single board will convince you faster than anything else, and you'll want to continue immediately. For indoor furniture, use a softer cloth and lighter pressure. Antique pieces respond exceptionally well. The oil restores moisture and flexibility to wood that has been drying for decades. Tables, dressers, shelves, and cabinets can regain their appearance with a single careful application. For large surfaces like fences, use a wide brush or roller to cover more area quickly. A fence that looked ready for replacement can look completely different in a single afternoon. One medium-sized jar of this mixture covers approximately 30 to 40 square feet, depending on how dry the wood is. For floors, apply thin, even coats with a flat mop or wide cloth, working in sections, allowing time between coats. The finish develops a warm, satin sheen that deepens with each application. The same maintenance approach that preserved oak and walnut floors in homes built 100 years ago. The real cost comparison. A contractor quotes you $800 to $2,000 for a deck. A floor restoration company quotes $500 or more. You've been putting it off for months because the cost doesn't feel worth it. This formula costs under $2 per application. And because the oil lives inside the wood rather than on top of it, maintenance is simple. A light refresher coat once a year takes minutes per piece and keeps the grain protected for decades. No stripping, no resanding, no contractor visits every 2 to 3 years. The wood wasn't dying. It was dehydrated. It needed what it always needed, what craftsmen gave it for centuries before a better marketed alternative appeared on store shelves. The final truth. This knowledge didn't disappear because it stopped working. It disappeared because it was too useful, too simple, and impossible to monetize. For thousands of years, humans protected wood with seed oils and simple compounds. No corporations, no brands, no expensive equipment, just basic chemistry and the kind of practical knowledge that traveled from one generation to the next, written on index cards, mixed in glass jars in garages and workshops. Then one generation stopped passing it down because advertising convinced them there was a better answer. It wasn't always a better answer. It was just a more expensive one. Contractors know this formula. Manufacturers know it too. The $2 trillion wood restoration industry operates on the assumption that you don't. Now you do. 3 ingredients. Equal parts. A jar, a cloth, and 20 minutes. That gray deck you've been avoiding could look completely different this weekend. That fence you were told to replace might have years of life left. That antique table you inherited, looking tired and forgotten, could be restored tonight. All for less than the cost of coffee. The wood was never gone. Someone just had to remember what the industry made us forget. There are hundreds of surfaces around you right now that this formula could revive. A gate you assumed needed replacing. A porch railing that's been peeling for 2 seasons. A cutting board that's dried and cracked. A set of outdoor chairs that look 10 years older than they are. A picture frame an older relative gave you. An old workbench in the garage. None of them need a contractor. None of them need an expensive product with a brand name on it. They need 30 minutes of your time and 3 ingredients from the hardware store aisle you've walked past 100 times. The industry built a wall between you and this information. Not with force, with convenience. With advertising. With algorithms. With the